You're welcome for the earworm, ladies and gentlemen. Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play DuckTales. I've been actually wanting to do this one for a while, and a certain person I know for a fact was looking forward to it. So, these are our levels for the game. The Amazon, Transylvania, African Mines, Himalayas, the Moon. You know, totally normal. Anyway, if you're not familiar with DuckTales, then first off, you either grew up under a rock in the 90s, or you just weren't a fan of Disney, which I can actually understand to an extent. Pretty much, DuckTales starred our ever-so-lovable protagonist here, Scrooge McDuck, who is Donald's brother? Uncle? They're never too clear on their relationship, actually. Pretty much, Donald dumps three of his nephews on him, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and then they have all sorts of wacky hijinksical adventures together. And, Scrooge is quite the greedy one, to the point where he, in the first episode, actually swims in money. You can actually do that in the remake of this game, too. Mind you, at the velocity at which he would have been falling, that would have killed him, but Disney. I guess you could say he has the skills to pay the bills. Oh god, how many duck puns am I gonna make? Anyway, either way, this game pretty much covers a couple of the episodes of the series, if I recall correctly, and it's just you trying to make money. Throughout all the stages, there are various hidden gems and little items that'll get you money, and that will actually determine something later on, which I'll get into. DuckTales here actually features something that I'm surprised not many other games have done. Pogo gameplay. Pretty much, when you jump, if you hold B and down, well actually you only have to hold down the first time. After you have the pogo out, you can just hold B. He'll hold his cane out and it'll act as a pogo stick. And this is surprisingly fun for some reason. I don't know why. You can also use the cane as a golf club-like thing to knock things out of the way. Like so. Take that, Rowdy Rough Boys. And I think this is Huey. I actually don't remember which the duck triplets is which. Then again, just thinking of the triplets makes me think of Quack Pack, which is not something I want to remember. Anyway, the first level here, Transylvania, well, my personal first level, you can always go in any level order. I go Transylvania first, for some reason. Other than reminding me a lot of Castlevania, is filled with all sorts of undead creatures that you might not be able to kill. You can kill enemies normally just by jumping on their head, a la Mario, but you have to have the pogo out, and you need to keep that in mind. And the reason I come here first is actually coming up right here, I believe. Yes it is. We got hidden passageways, and over here, if I recall correctly, this should be it. Yep, we got a little sparkly thing which increases our max hit points to 4. And that is really important, because the P period 2 right there in the middle of the top screen is our number of lives. And in DuckTales, there are no continues. You lose all your lives, get a game over, you're all the way back at the title screen. Though, mind you, on normal and easy, this game is really easy, so it shouldn't really matter. And that was a 1-up, by the way, I just collected. And you're gonna want to have as many health points as you can, so you can just survive stuff. Mind you, this game isn't too hard, but still, it's hard enough. What the hell was that? Was I the one that saw the screen freak out there for a second? Throughout the entire game, though, you're going to be collecting gems and such, and there is a good reason for this. The more money you have by the end of the game, the better ending you'll get. There's one for having no money, which there's a specific guide on how to do. A normal ending, which I think is $5 million. And another one that is $10 million, which is the one I'm going for. And because of that, you're gonna actually want to have to explore everywhere, because there are some weird triggers for some of the items, like standing in a specific position, hitting certain things. It's really explorative, and I like that. Then again, it helps that the music is kick-ass. Oh, you guys all know what song I'm talking about. Hopefully. Actually, one thing that I found surprising, I actually went back to the DuckTales TV show about 2-3 months ago, and it's actually aged pretty well. Still entertaining, which I found kind of surprising. Mind you, though, I'll admit, I actually didn't grow up much with DuckTales in comparison to other ones. I was a Darkwing Duck, Chippendale Rescue Rangers and Tailspin kind of kid. You can actually golf hit the wrecking balls that these guys have to kill them, but I decided not to do that. Anyway, you want to go underneath here and take the mirror on the right, because this is where the boss... Well, first off, get these gems, because this leads to where the boss is. Ice cream cones restore 1 health point. The occasional cake you might find restores your HP to full, so make sure you keep those in check. For some reason I was finding a lot of them, and I don't think that's RNG. I think that's because I play on normal. I played on normal. I don't remember them being there when I played on hard a while back. Anyway, first boss here is Magica De Spell. Great name there, Disney. All the bosses in this game take 5 hits to knock out, by the way, and they're all really easy. Magica, her basic pattern is she'll fire 3 lightning bolts at you at the exact same angles every time, fly up in the air, turn into a vulture, then go to her next position where she's going to do the exact same pattern over and over and over again. In the remake of this game, DuckTales Remastered, all the bosses take more hits and also got completely new patterns, which are actually really fun. In fact, DuckTales Remastered is the reason I'm doing this game. Well, first off, at the end of every level, you'll actually get an item that will give you a guaranteed $1 million. So, if you're going for the 10 million, you're gonna want to collect those, although it's kind of required. By the way, I love the level select theme. And when you beat a level, you can actually not return to it. Either way, next up, we're heading to my least favorite level in the game, the Himalayas. First off, you can actually not pogo on the snow when it looks like this on the outer layers, because if you do, you'll get stuck in it. The bunny enemies are pretty simple, but it's the next enemy that I really hate. The goats. They are surprisingly hard to hit for some reason. Maybe it's just because I don't have as much experience with this game as I should, because I've only played this game a total of 4 times. But anyway, going back to what I was saying. DuckTales Remastered is the reason I'm actually playing this game. One of my friends got me DuckTales Remastered on the condition I Let's Play it and the other 2 DuckTales games. And for me, that was a good deal. Anyway, I'm doing the Himalayas next for one specific reason we'll be seeing in a couple minutes. And anyway, as for what the jewels are worth, well, first off, there's how you get stuck in the snow. As for what the gems are worth, the small ones are worth about 2,000, the big ones about, I think, 5,000. Or no, or is it 10,000? One of the either. I think it's 10,000 actually. And the red big ones are worth 50,000. You're gonna get those. Well, unless you're going for a bad ending run, which is ironically the hardest ending to get. Anyway, you saw a guy back there. That was Launchpad McQuack. Aside from being Scrooge's sidekick in Darkwing Duck, he, in this game, well actually, if you talk to him, he'll give you an option to leave the level, and if you do, you actually can come back to the level and get more money that way, because the money will respawn. I'm gonna be doing that later. And apparently Bubba's trapped in the ice. Well, actually, was Bubba on the show? I don't remember. And that was a magical coin. That puts you in an invincible state. These are much less common, if not completely absent in hard mode, or difficult mode as they call it. And here's Bubba. How do you get him out? Just them hit the ice. Oh, NES games. And by doing that, we got the second health upgrade, meaning we now have 5... Can't really say hearts. I don't even know what they call those. So now we are a very healthy duck. That's the max your HP can ever be, so don't even try it unless you're using a Game Shark or Game Genie. By the way, the soundtrack to this game is glorious. I really should have been silent for the Transylvania track, because that's actually one of my favorite tracks in the game, but sadly I don't think I'm going to be silent for a musical track until next part when I actually have to do some backtracking stuff. Also, I should mention, like Mario 1, Castlevania 1, even Hook, there are times in these levels, so if you get a time over, that's the equivalent of losing a life. Luckily, lives are fairly common in this game. If you ever see a little duck doll, that's what those are. and you're gonna want to get one of them. By the way, you can bounce above the screen here, but there's nothing up here. There are other times in the game where you can actually jump above the screen, and they will actually take you places, but this one you don't. I've even checked GameFAQs and such. There's nothing up there. By the way, I swear those guys, those little hockey mask guys, are references to Mighty Ducks. And I'm not talking about the hockey movie, I'm talking about the actual really bad TV show. The only good thing about that was Tim Curry. Actually, I really do like about this game is you do really want to explore, because you can find all sorts of stuff. I actually found stuff in Transylvania that I didn't even know was there by exploring. Anyway, you can actually go above this screen to come over here and get a 50,000 gem, which is very useful. Didn't know that gem was there, by the way. Or that one. You learn stuff by playing these games, and this looks like something directly out of Mega Man, actually. Actually, speaking of Mega Man, this was actually made by Capcom, so once you know it, they made another great one on the NES. Anyway, second boss, for me at least, is the Abominable Snowman or Yeti. I think this guy was in the TV series, I forget. Basic pattern, he jumps twice to get across to the screen, and then hits some snowballs out. Very easy. And for beating him, we get another million. And that's the end of the Himalayas. I'm never gonna have to come back to this place, yes. But with that and me beating 2 out of the 5, or technically 6 levels, I'm gonna need to end this off here with over $3 million. Thank you guys for watching, rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys next time on Let's Play DuckTales when we go to the Amazon and beyond. See you guys then.